Okay, students, you all must have gone through the link that I have sent of chapter 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. Okay, in this video I'm going to explain you certain topics which need to be explained. Okay, I'll start with some of the synthetic fibers that you use normally. Okay, the first synthetic fiber that I'm going to talk about is rayon. Okay, rayon. What are the properties of rayon? Rayon is a very good absorbent. It absorbs water very quickly. Okay, it does not shrink, and it is very cool to wear. Okay, so these are properties of rayon. You wear many things made of rayon. Okay, then comes nylon. Nylon, what are the properties of this fiber? Nylon is very shiny, it is very lightweight, easy to wash, and it absorbs less water. Okay, what are the properties of nylon? It is very shiny, lightweight, easy to wash, and it absorbs less water. Can you give me one example of a cloth which is made of nylon which you regularly wear? Yes, it is your socks. So your socks are made of nylon. So these are the properties. The next fiber which I am going to talk about is polyester. Polyester, what are the properties? This is a slightly different fiber from rayon, nylon. The properties of polyester fibers are, it is resistant to chemicals. Okay, very few chemicals are there that can ruin this fiber, that can attack this fiber. Okay, so it is resistant to chemicals. It can be dyed in different colors. If you wear anything, or if you use any cloth made of polyester, you can dye it in different colors. Okay, and it is a very strong fiber as compared to rayon and nylon. Okay, so we've talked about rayon, nylon, polyester. The last fiber which I'm going to talk about is acrylic. Okay, you must have heard about acrylic. Properties of acrylic are, it does not rust. Okay, rusting, you know what is rusting? Yes, it does not rust. It is very inexpensive, very cheap to buy, and it can be made in different shapes. Okay, like you all must have heard about acrylic colors. Okay, so acrylic fiber, it does not rust, it is inexpensive and made in different shapes. Next, I'll talk about difference between natural and synthetic fibers. Okay, there are some natural fibers, most of them are synthetic. Let's talk about them. Difference between natural and synthetic. First difference is that natural fiber is produced from natural substances, while synthetic fibers are made from chemical substances. Second difference, natural fibers are not very strong, whereas synthetic fibers are very strong. Next difference is, natural fibers are a good absorbent. They absorb a lot of water inside, so they take time to dry up, whereas synthetic fibers, they dry very quickly. What I mean by saying is, if you wear any cloth made of natural fiber and if you wash it, it will take a lot of time in drying up, whereas if you wear anything made of synthetic fiber like rayon, nylon, it will dry up very quickly. Okay, last difference is, since natural fibers are made from natural substances which is very hard to get, so natural fibers are very costly. Okay, whereas synthetic fibers are very cheap. Last thing is the difference between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. There are basically two types of plastics that are in your syllabus: thermosetting and thermoplastic. Let's see the difference. What is the difference between them? Thermoplastics, they when you heat thermoplastic, they get deformed, means their shape changes, while thermosetting plastics, their shape doesn't change or they do not melt on heating. The second difference is related to the first point. Thermoplastics can be reshaped into different forms, whereas thermosetting plastics cannot be reshaped. Example of thermoplastic, you all must have used PVC pipes in your house. Whenever a house is made, we all use PVC pipes, so that is a thermoplastic. It can be reshaped, it can be deform. An example of thermostatic plastic is bakelite. Okay, bakelite cannot be reshaped and it does not melt. Okay, these were some topics that needed to be taught. Go through the link, students. You will understand the chapter, and those topics that I thought were important to explain, I had explained you. Okay, I'll be giving you some assignments. Kindly do the assignment as you all have done your previous assignment. Okay, thank you, students.